Hey there, folks. How we doing? It is 11:04, Wednesday, August 17th, 2016. Fortitude, completion, 11. Male, female source. Anyway, let's talk about dates that you're given, that you receive when you're meditating and when you're doing consultations for your clients, customers, friends, family. You might go look into something and get a date. You might even get further affirmation about that. That does not mean that date is going to happen. It means that is the projected schedule. Okay? I made up my mind I was about to tell you something while I was swallowing some coffee. Excuse me. And Lily started messing with me. It's like, don't say that, and that's stupid. Here, honey, have something for yourself. Just kind of hit her with some energy. It's like giving her a strong hiccup. The other side is trying to get things together. They really can, and they'll never be able to get things together until I get the hell out of here. They're doing a lot of good things here and there, but things are crazy, and they're just waiting for Arrow to get put together. But they're trying to move me, push me here and there to do stuff, and I'm just, sorry, that ain't happening. And I keep telling them, talk to me, we'll talk back and forth, we'll get something done. But, no, they just want to push around and said, sorry, that shit ain't going. That plane ain't flying. And then they find out. So I took them out of the equation. There's a storage chamber just full of frozen lilies and arrows and all kinds of stuff. Actually, there's two of them, and a third one inside of the second one I built. Anyway, let's talk about this date thing. When you get a date, that's the projected time at the moment where it's good. A lot of people say, when will this happen? Well, you get an approximate date. People, that's not the truth. That's not the fact of what exactly will happen. The future has to always be malleable, okay? Fluid, moving. Here's an example. I told you I don't want to talk about when I'm going, okay? Because, number one, it's not just my business, but I know how things go on the other side, and people get the hopes up, and then if I tell you exactly when I'm going, and it goes exactly then that makes it too big an issue, which it shouldn't be. But that doesn't mean I can, what I'm given, what I see is what's going to happen, because it's like an open book right now. Bajou and Paul, incredibly strong. They'll tell you the same thing. They're tired of getting a date and then it not being right, but they understand why. It's not like there's a lot of anger there, because there's no reason to. When you understand why things happen, it takes anger out of the equation. That's why it's important for everyone to wake the hell up. Everyone that cares. Then you can actually see things. Then you have other poor, pathetic nuts like these little critics running around everywhere. They'll never wake up. They're always going to be spouting crap. That's all they can do. That's all you should expect out of their mouths. Whining little children. I mean, that's all. That's all it is. In order for you to have as good a life as possible, the future must remain fluid. If something cares, and something's running your life, if it cares, it's going to change things as it needs to anyway. That's why, you know, when you can, this will come out with our friends in space that have these scanners. So, you know, they'll tell you then. No big whoopee-doo, it just is. It's simple. But I'm going to give you an example. I've been given a date. Burju and Paul have seen it, but we know better than to lean on it. That before the end of this month, this body will be dead and I'll be out of it. Okay? Before the end of August. That doesn't mean it's going to happen. Okay? Now, to further give me more information on that, Lily's laughing at me right now. She'll say, "Yeah, I'll show you," and I'm like, "Okay, honey, good. Let's do that." I swear, it's like two people that have been together a long time, and no one's been together longer than me and Lily, or as long as. Anyway, I love her. I'm just different. That's all. So anyway, and then after that, I went to pay my cable bill, or an internet bill, I should say. And I got a warning on my one of my emails that your bill's ready. The cable bill, the internet. I keep saying cable. The internet bill's ready. So I go ahead and click on it. Go right to the website and says you don't know anything. And on the email it says, you know, your service on August 31st. It's 11:11 a.m. How about that? See, I was just told, message, boom, go look. A lot of things you do because you're shown and told and made to do it when you normally weren't going to. I had no reason to look at a computer. That's for the next video, the last video, because it's the least important. Anyway, so when I saw in a statement that the bill had to be repaid on the 31st at the end of August, when I went to pay it, it said I owed no money. And it said, would you like to pay money, put money on the account for the future? And I said, okay, it's just a little snafu. So I got off the whole thing, went back on the whole thing again, went through the whole 9 yards, got back on there, said the same thing. Okay, so I left it alone. I left it alone. And I went back a few hours later, but I already knew what was going on. I was being told you don't need internet in September. And I use the internet for a lot of stuff all day, not, you know, now the consults are over. I still need internet. We all do. Well, those of us that use it anyway, it's not just for business. So anyway, I gotta have it for downloading these videos. That was an affirmation on the fact that I'll be going before the end of that. I won't need internet, and I should be gone before September. I don't know, and I need to get the hell out of here. So I cannot tell you that I don't care. I do, but I don't care that much. It's not the important thing. Things are already happening on the other side that I had to take care of, right, Herky? Herky, I moved that other bed, the new bed that you're not too big on. Want to come in here, buddy? No? Good boy, honey. You okay? Okay. Okay. I love you, buddy. I know. So anyway, yeah, I know. You got Lily all over you. Yeah. As soon as I said Lily, his ears picked up. I love you, honey. Come here. Come on. This will get him to calm down and leave. Come here, her. Come on. Come here. Come on. Come on. Come on. I love you, buddy. I'll be there in a minute. Anyway, I do have a lot of stuff I got to do. I need to hurry up, but so anyway, right now there's also a lot of stuff going on the other side. Yeah, I know, honey. There's a lot of stuff going on the other side right now that is messing up people's over there, their ability to do things. They have basic control, but there's a lot of stuff that's changing. But so they're focusing on certain events that have to happen, and they also don't want to do something different than what ours got planned. And Ara never really told anyone. Parts of Lily knew, but very few parts. What was going to happen in this life with Ara. So, but things are pretty well settled down now. But the biggest problem for things to flow properly in my life right now, to get me out of here, is me. They have a way to get me out, but I cannot allow anything to tell me what to do. Ain't happening. It's totally against what I am. And they're not talking with me enough about stuff. So they throw out little thoughts and feelings. I'm like, hey, you want something to happen a certain way, or you want me to stop what I'm doing and do something else, you talk to me. You talk to Wolf Fagan, or my Black Panther, someone, you send them to me with your message. If you don't want to talk to me personally, that's your problem. But if you're doing a lot of stuff and you don't have the time, send one to me. Let me know why you give me a hard time, like locking up the computer. I'll go find out what did it and I'll get rid of it. And then all of a sudden the computer works. Wow, imagine that. I've been doing a lot of that for years. A lot of folks in consultations, you've had angels actually attacking you. I got rid of them. You had spirit guides were worthless. I got you new ones, and all of a sudden you're starting to wake up. It's not a joke. It's not whoopie-doo Jay. I'm doing my job. Who the hell stands around an office building going like this for the janitor? Nobody. It's silly. Just keep waking up. Anyway, so don't hold on to a date, folks, but just know that that's when you do your consultations, tell people that's what I see right now, but don't hold on to it. And if they're going to go ahead and say, well, you just don't know what's going on, you're not that strong, or if you can feel that in them, explain to them what I just explained to you. That because you have more free will, because the other side's changed, is in a process of changing format, because what's over there now cares enough about you to start changing the future more often with everyone, which is a hell of a lot more work. It's 4 or 5 times more work for them, because they want the best for you. That keeps the future fluid, moving or changing all over the place. So let them know that. Just tell them no. If when am I going to meet my loved one? Oh, they're 6 foot tall, have red hair. What happens if that person changes their mind, goes and does something else, isn't in the same place, doesn't want to go there because he's busy in love with someone else? What happens? Well, you told these people what to look for, and they're going to be looking for that. They might run into someone who was brought to them, their replacement, maybe even better than the other one was. And then they're going to miss out because they're looking for someone else, and then they're going to come back at you. You were wrong. And then I've had people come up to me. This one guy, he's a really wonderful person. He's just trying to understand his stuff. He's kind of still got some religious issues. Hey, we've all been put through that. We've been raised like that. And I've talked about this before. He said, Jay, who's the woman I'm going to be with? And I said, well, that's up in the grabs. I can see 3 or 4 different women right now, and there's more behind that. But there's 3 or 4 major players. And he goes, well, who's number one? I said, well, she's just a little taller than you. She's slender. She has beautiful black but straight hair. It goes down a little bit past her shoulders and stuff. It's kind of nice. Can't really see it in the back. It goes down a little farther in the back. She kind of wears it like this. And I remember, I'm mostly pineal, but it's not like my scanner doesn't work. But it was important for him to know this, a little more important than I was consciously aware. So I said, and she's she's out of the country, somewhere in Europe or Russia or something. He goes, yeah, she's in he held out the picture, said, is that her? I described her. I said, yeah, that's her. I looked at her energy. I don't look at I look at a picture, but I looked at a person, and I matched the two energies. The woman the female spirit I was looking at, and then the female spirit inside the picture, inside the woman in the picture. It was her. Matching frequencies, and plus the physical description was the same. But sometimes I see things as energy. So someone might have different energy, and I'll see that energy in her hair. Reddish auburn or blonde, something like that. Reddish auburn when they have a lot of heart. Blonde when it's strong solar plexus. That's a representation of that. When I see it through the scanner, it's different. But with him, I look through the scanner. And anyway, so I said, that's the woman you're supposed to be with. And I said, but, things change. Okay, there's a lot going on here. And then a month and a half later, he came up to me and he goes, you're wrong. And I'm like, okay, about what? And he said, you said I was going to be with this woman. I said, no, I said that's the woman picked out for you to be with. But you or her, or both of you, can change that very easily. So I said, I looked at him, and I saw where he had verbally attacked her. I said, what the hell did you do? And he goes, well, I was going over to Russia, and I was going to see her, and I was busy doing a lot of stuff, and, money's kind of tight, that's expensive, and she wanted to go somewhere else for a while, and I didn't have the time, so, I told her I couldn't do it. She got mad, so I told her to frack her. And I said, you cuss the woman out, and then you change your own future, and now you're mad at me? Do you think every word you say, and you're going to say, is in the future written out? Sylvia Brown used to say that. Wrong. Dead wrong. So, time. So anyway, the time was 11:20. It is 11:21 a.m. That's 1211. The self-understanding 11. Male-female source running things. It's still 11:21. That's the idea behind it. That's base numerology, how it works for you. So anyway, so folks, when you get something, know that that's just what's hanging around right now. There's no telling how it's going to turn out. If you're supposed to see someone, if you're supposed to meet someone, say you're a beautiful woman, you're lonely, you're waiting to meet a certain man, and then you have so much heart energy that you can help him out, and you two will be really good together. And then you're supposed to meet him in 2.5 months, and then he gets despondent, just loses it, and winds up running off a cliff, driving off a cliff. Well, that just went to hell. You can't control what's going on in your lives. I know they have all that bull crap like the law of attraction, all that other stupidity. But that's just not real. If it was, everybody would have what they want. So many people want more than other people, then everything had to just keep growing up. Okay? Anyone that's not selfish and greedy can see that very easily. Some people have been beat. Some people can be loving. They've been beat so hard, so long. I'm coming, Herc. They've been beat so hard, so long that they just want to find a way to change their lives because they're tired of it being abused. Now they're in there too. Okay. I need to make that statement right away. There's a lot of good people trying to find a way to, change the crap that they go through, and then when they find out it doesn't work, they just leave it. Folks, love you. Herky calls. See you later.